Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you're all doing well. I want to remind everybody, please, to hit the mute button. In the first 20 minutes or so, I'm going to present, and then I'll open it up and we can all network together here over Zoom. This will be a lot of fun. Okay, great. So, welcome to the first ever Haroun on-demand virtual live assembly and networking event. Now, more than anything, this is a community, so opportunities like this are very valuable. Now, just to remind you, this is an event strictly for Silver MBA on-demand students, meaning the students that have purchased the Silver version of the MBA program. And the purpose is to reflect on the past year, look forwards to the next year, and also to come up with ways that we can improve the Haroun MBA program so you can all be even more successful with your careers than you already are. Now, this is really exciting because we get to help each other. I will humbly help you get the most out of your online education, and you're going to help me, thank you, make the Haroun MBA the best it can possibly be. All right, so as you all know by now, I'm your humble teacher, Chris Haroun, and I'm the founder and CEO of Haroun Education Ventures, which is an innovative online MBA degree program designed to be accessible, practical, and also affordable. Now, I started Haroun Education Ventures because I feel that access to the right kind of education is a basic human right. And over the last couple of years, I've taught courses to well over 1 million students from every single country in the world. It's been a lot of fun. And I hope that while being part of the Haroun On-Demand Silver MBA program, you've been able to experience my dedication and passion to the success of my many students who inspire me so much. So education is changing very, very fast. And over the past year, more than ever, we've seen education move online. And I think this is a trend that's going to, of course, continue for many, many years to come. And as students, you have the opportunity to take courses online that save you time and money by teaching you the most important skills you need to succeed in the modern economy. And you're already part of this mission, so thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping me, and thank you for being a part of this wonderful community. Now, over the next 30 minutes or so, we will talk about a quick recap of the past year. Why? Because I want all my students to be as successful as possible. And the only way to make sure that this happens is to be constantly improving what I teach, how I teach, and how I support my wonderful students, my customers. All of you, I love you. I also am going to discuss a sneak peek of what is coming in the next year. Then I'll talk about the general characteristics of my successful students and some student success stories. And I'd love to get your feedback, please, on how we can make the program even better for you. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to look at what we've done well and what we need to improve. Then we'll make the plan for the upcoming year. And in my view, the best way to learn is to discuss successful people. And that's why I'm going to take you through a lesson and teach you about some of the most successful students that I've had and how they learn and their incredible success stories. They all inspire me so damn much. And then what we'll do is we'll open it up for general networking here. And so I'm really excited to have you all here. And I can't wait to get started. So let's start with the year in review. Okay, so give me 1 second here. Okay, cool. So over the past year, what we've done is we've added a feature to the top of where you take the MBA program online, and also to my website that lets you search through many of the 10,000 questions that I've answered live on YouTube, and where in the MBA program I discuss these topics. So for example, if you search here for the words income statement, there's 47 YouTube videos that come up on this topic first, in the first tab there, okay? Then if we click the second tab right there, you can get access to where we discuss the topic in the MBA program. Now, over this past year, back in July, we also flew to Rwanda to build our first of many schools. And a lot of the profits from the MBA program are being used to build schools. And every year, we plan on breaking ground on building a new school in a different country with one of my Platinum MBA students. And so we're building our first school right now in Rwanda with Vital, who's one of my Platinum MBA students. And next year, we're going to build another school in Kenya with one of my other Platinum students named Marin. And the year after that in Nigeria with one of my other Platinum students named Kemi. And the schools are all solar powered, environmentally friendly, and eventually they will all have a satellite-based internet access, which is basically what I discussed in my TEDx talk several years ago. And I love to partner, and if people are on the call, just hit the mute, please. Thank you. Love you guys. Okay. I love to...
Wait, you have to put it off and on.
There we go. Thank you. I love you guys. I'm looking forward to talking with all of you soon. What we'll do is we'll open up for general networking together soon, and everybody will be on the screen together. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. So I love to partner with my students to use education to make a difference. And what we also did was we held our 150th weekly office hours webcast this year. And so now we're actually in our 4th year of doing weekly webcasts that start at 8 a.m. Pacific time on Thursdays. In addition, all of the Gold and Platinum MBA office hour sessions, which are on Thursdays from 11:20 a.m. until 1:20 p.m., they've been added and indexed for Gold and Platinum students in their versions of the MBA program. And what we also did was we added hundreds of hours of additional in-class Q&A that's all indexed for Gold and Platinum students to their versions of the MBA program. More importantly, though, our students are making incredible progress in their careers based on what we discuss in the MBA curriculum. For example, I have this wonderful student named Peyton Kalawahea. And Peyton can't join us today because he just sent me a text. He's flying from Okinawa back to the West Coast of the United States. Otherwise, he'd be on the call with us. Okay, he's from San Diego, though. Peyton is graduating from the Platinum MBA program this December. And he actually leveraged many of the personal growth and networking and finance and accounting concepts taught in the MBA program in order to make he made more than $37,000 investing in stocks and cryptocurrencies. And he's actually received multiple job offers as well. He inspires me so much. And what he actually did is he started a YouTube channel from scratch. And he's got, I think, a couple thousand followers by now. And I'm confident he's going to pass 100,000 followers within a year. And Peyton also launched a couple of companies in the past year, including one called GameReport.io, which you can see right here, which is the leading source for blockchain NFT gaming content. And he's applied what was taught in the curriculum, and he's now a thought leader in the NFT gaming market now. And if you want, what you can do is you can go to my YouTube channel and you can watch the weekly webcast that I had, where I had Peyton actually as one of my guests. There it is right there. Okay, cool. So he and my other MBA students inspire me so much, as there's absolutely nothing that we cannot accomplish together. And I will walk through walls to make sure my students are very, very successful. Another student of mine named Ginny from Vietnam was able to set up many Zoom-based networking meetings. And she used the templates in the finance and accounting lectures. And during our many, many one-on-one meetings with Ginny, she created a groundbreaking Microsoft Excel spreadsheet financial model and an investment report. And she just got a 3-year full-time job offer as a senior investor in Australia with the largest bank in Australia. Ginny, you inspire me so much. Now, Ginny and Peyton graduate this year from the Platinum program. We also have Jason here, who graduated last year from the Platinum version of the program. Now, Jason is president of our alumni network, and Jason actually used the advanced networking concepts taught in the MBA program to get his dream job. We also have Dr. Mark Vincent Besa right here. Hold on a second, is it skipping? Yeah, hold on a second, guys, sorry. Yeah. So we've got Dr. Mark Vincent Besa, okay, who actually, he's from the Philippines. And he actually used social media strategies taught in the program. And through his thought leadership posts on COVID, he was actually contacted by the World Health Organization, who offered him a job based on his posts. Dr. Mark graduated last year from the Platinum program. And I can't stop raving about all of my incredible students. So we have Nilsa from Puerto Rico here. She was selected by Goldman Sachs recently as part of their 10,000 Small Business Scholars program. Nilsa, you also inspire me so much. You're awesome. And we also have Raphael right here, Rafi, from New York. And he's taking his startup called Doc Formative to the next level. You inspire me, Rafi, and I miss you, brother. Also, we have Kemi, who's based in Ottawa. And she's taken her career to the next level. And Y Combinator, actually, which is the #1 venture capital incubator in history. Y Combinator was the first investor in Airbnb, Dropbox, Reddit, Twitch, Coinbase, and many others. Y Combinator had Kemi here on a panel to discuss how startups can raise capital and ensure that they're very, very successful. And then we have here Mary Swanson. Okay, so Mary Swanson is never going to graduate from my program. Sorry, that was awful dad humor. I had to throw that in. Okay, sorry. Terrible dad humor. No more of that, I promise you. All right, let me quickly talk about what is next, meaning an update on what's to come soon in the MBA program. So I worked very, very hard this year in making a state-of-the-art, very thorough, and easy to understand part of the MBA program that's going to cover options. We also discuss with many exercises going long and short stocks and advanced risk management as well from my hedge fund and Goldman Sachs days. And as part of this addition to the MBA program, I teach you statistics in a fun and helpful way that everybody can use in all aspects of business. And this is the highest quality content I have humbly ever made. And I also actually, in this program, let me go back here. It's just tricky. I'm sharing PowerPoint slides using Zoom. It's not working out perfectly, doing my best here. This is fun though. Okay, I also teach you everything you need to know to be successful with advanced finance concepts that continues to build upon what we've already learned together in the MBA degree program. Now, the option lessons you see here, they're going to be out this November. And next year, I'm also going to be adding many lectures on real estate, negotiations, business analytics, and yes, programming. Programming the easy way that is, as I used to be a programmer when I worked at Accenture. Okay, and the content in the MBA program is going to continue to grow over time based on what my students ask me to teach about. So please let me know today, here via Zoom, what do you want me to add to the program for you? Thank you as always. Okay. But wait, there's more. In the next few weeks, we're also launching our brand new state-of-the-art, completely rebuilt from the ground up website. And many new resources will be added to the website just for you. And all of the 300 to 500 hours of content in the entire MBA program was actually recorded with many camera angles in 4K. And so far, you've only seen the 1080 versions, but eventually we're going to improve it, re-edit it, and make it even more better. As my son Andrew here used to say, I got 3 boys, as many of you know. And my wife Christine, the 5 of us live here in the San Francisco Bay Area, as many of you know. All right, the new website's going to be up very, very soon. I'm really excited about it, and it's going to add tremendous value to all my students. I'm also dreaming big for you, because eventually what we're going to do is we're going to launch a Web 3.0 metaverse version of the MBA program, where you can network with even more students virtually. And it's a surprise, and that's all I'm going to say on that topic for now, as we continue to push the goalpost out together, and we dream much, much bigger. Now, the difference between students that succeed and those that struggle comes down to study habits. And if you're someone that struggles with staying consistent, I've got great news. You can develop better habits over time with effort and dedication. And one of the easiest success principles to apply is perseverance. The only way to fail is to quit. So let's find a way to help you succeed. This is what I call my rad secrets for success. Aren't they rad? Bad joke, sorry. But by using rad principles, R-A-D, you can become successful. And let me explain a little bit more detail how. So what does being responsible mean for our success? Well, you are the only one you should rely on to succeed. And I say this with love in my heart. The most successful students of mine use the many tools and templates provided in the MBA program. And with love in my heart, I say that I can take you to the water, but I can't force you to drink. And you need to practice the concepts taught in the program with other students. And you need to network, please, with other students, especially in the gold and platinum versions of the program, where my students are very active in practicing the concepts with each other. And I encourage you all, please, to use Slack as mentioned in your version of the programs. I also encourage you all to network with each other today here using Zoom and over LinkedIn, etc. And if you practice the concepts taught in the program together, then be careful, because you'll become way more successful than you ever dreamed you could become. So what I want, please, is I want you to set high goals and create your own condition for success by networking with like-minded and positive and driven students here in the MBA program. Now, we're all in this together, and failure is not an option. And if my students fail, then I fail, and I'm not going to fail you. So your success is really, really important to me. And I take personal responsibility for your success, because I often ask myself, number one, are the lessons practical? Number two, are the lessons accessible? And number three, am I showing up to help you if you need it? So how do you take responsibility for your own success? Well, you can watch the lessons. You can use many tools and frameworks and arrows. Of course, I have a prop here as always, and arrows in your quiver. And I have so many different frameworks that I provide you with in the MBA program. You saw a couple of the new ones I'm going to be adding soon, which are the options frameworks. I'll continue to do this to give you all the tools that you need to become very, very successful. And you all know that I feel like I'm a waiter. And I provide you a menu of options. You choose the career and skills that you're most passionate about learning. Okay, so the way to take responsibility for your success is watch the lessons, use the tools, and what you learn, because and apply what you learn over and over and over again, please, with each other. Because as Tony Robbins said, repetition is the mother of all skill. So who holds you accountable for your future? Most people set goals and give up on them almost right away. In fact, most people quit on their New Year's resolutions by like the third week of January. But thank goodness you're not most people, and neither are most of your classmates. And I'm very proud to say that the Haroun MBA graduates use the strategies that I provide inside the program to hold themselves accountable so they can reach their goals and full potential in life. So we are a family and we're a team. And I want you to network with each other in the program and hold each other accountable, please. And this will help you stay motivated as we need to vocalize our goals and set deadline dates. And so what I want you to do, please, is I want you to set up a mastermind group of peers here in the MBA program and practice with each other presenting or interviewing or selling and much, much more. Because you and only you fail when you stop trying, okay? And I want you to run towards your fears in business and in life. And I want you to conquer them and turn your biggest perceived weaknesses into your biggest strengths. And you can do that by conditioning yourself to enjoy what others are fearful of in business. You know, if you're scared or intimidated by finance or selling or networking or presenting, then use what I teach in the program and use a lot of the tools as well, please. And partner with each other to practice. And I promise you that you will live the life of your dreams if you practice a lot. Okay. All right. So we talked about the R and the A in RAT, meaning be responsible and be accountable. Okay. D here is for determined. There is no plan B. I want you all to be all in. Okay. And I want you to be determined to help each other out. I want you to be a pit bull on a pork chop and never give up. And when you're selling yourself or a company, you keep selling and you keep telling yourself, all I hear is not no. And if you hear no, that means not yet. And all you need in business is to be successful one time. And don't fear failure. I've got this great sign here, which is we have failed over and over again, and that is why we will succeed together. All right. It's my favorite quote. I haven't used that one in a little while, eh? Okay. All right. So how much better could you be with even fewer obstacles and even more support? What would it be like if you were able to be more responsible for your success because you're being held more accountable for your outcomes? How do you increase your relentless focus? And how do you become even more determined on achieving your goals? Well, the answer is network. Network with each other here today, tomorrow, and forever. I believe in you, and together we will climb any mountain, melt away our fears, and make a dent in the universe. So let's get rad. I want to help you. Your classmates want to help you, and you should want to help yourself get more out of the program so you can achieve more. Whether you're trying to advance your career, start your own business, or become an expert investor. And so, I want to invite you all to the gold or platinum version of your MBA program, which starts on January 10th of 2022. And if you upgrade from silver to gold or platinum by November the 6th, by going to this web address right here, okay? If you go to that web address at the top there, you can save $499 and secure your spot and take your career to the next level. And so at the top of this slide here, you can see the web address to go to upgrade. And so every single week, we meet at the same time, which is 2 days a week for the lessons, and then another day for office hours. And so the lessons are on Mondays and Tuesdays, starting on January 10th, in 2 different time zones. Time zone 1 starts at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Mondays and Tuesdays. And time zone 2 is also on Mondays and Tuesdays, but it's at 4 o'clock Pacific time, 4 p.m. And we also have MBA office hours for gold and platinum students every Thursday from 11:20 a.m. until 1:20 p.m. Pacific time. Plus, for platinum students, we have one-on-one Zoom meetings every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, starting on January 10th of 2022. And meeting at a regular time for classes on Mondays and Tuesdays, it creates several positive underlying habits, which contributes to your overall success. In fact, you are sure to benefit just by showing up, as your classmates and I will do whatever it takes to ensure your success. I take this very seriously. And this helps us both become more responsible for your success. And as we go through the lessons, I'm here to make sure that what you learn is simple, easy to understand, and you will immediately get to put what I teach you to work in order to take your career to the next level. Now, the way I teach the live classes are memorable. Being able to ask questions in real time will cement concepts in your mind so that you can actually recall and use them right away. Because we're meeting regularly on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, nothing slips through the cracks. And as you know, I also use a ton of props and other learning tools that will help you learn and retain the lessons during the live program. Now, when all the students show up for the classes regularly, you build these bonds with your classmates. You form these independent study bonds and groups, and you develop real friendships that will last far longer than your time in the program. And the people in your class might become your partners, your vendors, or even your clients and your global network, of course. And by immersing yourself in the program, you'll experience the benefits of having a community behind you. So this offer is good until November 6th. And the 30-day 100% money-back guarantee, it expires 30 days after we start classes on January 10th. What this means is you get 100% of your money back up until February 10th. So if you buy today and secure your spot, you've got between now and February 10th to get 100% of your money back. It's a great deal, and no other MBA schools do this. So if you purchase and secure your spot today, then again, you'll have until February 10th to get your money back. and the spots will fill up quickly. So I recommend buying today, as you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And I want you to be successful. And if you sign up, I'll even send you free access to the complete options course. And if you sign up within the next few days here, what I'll do is I'll give you an additional 3 one-on-one, meaning confidential one-on-one Zoom coaching sessions with me during the MBA program that starts on January 10th. So this offer and the additional 3 one-on-ones is valid between today and November 6th. And you can see the web address up there. Yeah. Okay. So you got nothing to lose and absolutely everything to gain. Now, before you make your final decision, I'd like to give you a short opportunity to compare the costs of other options so that you can understand how you're helping me with my mission to make education accessible, affordable, and practical. So number one there, that tall green vertical bar where it says Haroun MBA there, with the traditional MBAs there over on the right, if you get it from an accredited university, it costs you $100,000, $100,000 plus time, meaning 2 years away from your family, from home. And this is a financial hazard that many people get trapped in and end up paying off debts for years. And the worst part is that they actually teach you in traditional MBA schools, they teach you theories and concepts that were already outdated last century. And this is not going to serve your purposes well in the future. And this is why accredited MBAs are in secular decline. We have platinum students that have taken my MBA that came from top MBA schools. They already took MBAs at top schools that cost them $100,000. And they tell me they learned more practical concepts from just the first month in my MBA program. In fact, the cost of the Haroun MBA degree program is less than 1 hour of attending these schools, including rent and all that stuff, tuitions, books, etc. And these top schools don't deliver as much value as I do in this program. Plus, you get your money back. It's a good deal. And as I mentioned, many of our existing graduates already had an MBA from top schools before they took the program. And they report that they still reference the templates, lessons, and many tools, arrows in my quiver, etc., in my program. Okay, the next one you see there, the middle bar, is other online education programs. They often cost between $10,000 and $25,000, plus your time of 1 to 2 years. You know, my program is your MBA on your own terms. You can take as long as you want to graduate from it. You have access to it forever, and the additional stuff I add to the program, you'll also get for free forever. It's a great deal. Now, these other online programs, they continue to pop up and promise you all the benefits of a traditional program. However, when you get inside, they often leave a lot of gaps in your learning. Additionally, they remain trapped in the idea of accreditation, and as a result, they also tend to teach you outdated concepts and theories that are no longer relevant. And these programs may promise lessons from founders of Fortune 500 companies, but inside you end up wondering, where or when will these lectures become available? And starting next year, I'm going to start interviewing the who's who Fortune 500 CEOs and bring them to class. I live here in the San Francisco Bay Area. I know a ton of CEOs from the top companies. I've worked on their IPOs in the past, and I'm going to get them to add value to you. And what I want to do actually with my team, and Matt Lacus, who's my wonderful Chief Creative Officer and a partner in my firm, what I want to do is I want to go down to the Valley, right around the corner from me, and I want to record what it looks like to work at a lot of these companies. I'll also fly to New York and do the same thing. And I want to interview executives there so you can learn from them. Real life practical stuff, okay? Never theory, never theory. Okay, so I'm actually a Columbia University MBA graduate, which is a top Ivy League MBA school. And the concepts they teach at Columbia or Harvard Business School or any other traditional MBA school is so theoretical and really tough to apply in the real world. And so what I do is I teach you, not based on theory. I teach you based on my real life practical experience. I've worked at Goldman Sachs. I've worked in the hedge fund industry, the consulting industry, the venture capital industry, and I've started many companies. And I've humbly become very successful in business. It's hard for me to say that, sorry. That's why I put the word humble there. I've humbly become very successful in business. And none of it was based on theory that I learned in school. And it frustrates me, actually, that you pay $100,000 and learn only theory, which is why I actually wrote this book up here that some of you may read. Whoops. Okay. So I wrote this book here. It's called 101 Crucial Lessons They Don't Teach You in Business School, which Forbes magazine called one of 6 books every entrepreneur needs to read right now, along with Stephen Covey's book, as well as Peter Thiel's book, and also Good to Great and Simon Sinek's book as well. And this MBA program is far more valuable than traditional MBAs because you learn practical skills, real-world strategies, and proven techniques so you can excel in the workplace upon completion. And my hands-on approach is to teaching ensures that you're going to get the highest value of learning possible. Now, in the program, I have, as you know, many frameworks to help you be successful in 5 pillars of the program, which are finance and accounting, economics management and strategy, entrepreneurship, sales, marketing, and communications, and the crucially important personal growth pillar. So let's review everything that you get when you upgrade. You get 3 additional one-on-one meetings with me and everything else you see here. Plus, you get access to the alumni group, which is priceless. And you all know I will walk through walls to help my students succeed. Ask anyone that's taken my gold or platinum program. And please note that this $499 discount and the 3 additional one-on-one meetings is only for this offer and won't ever be offered again. And this offer expires on November 6th. And there's a limited number of seats as well. And one more thing. I actually hold an in-person annual alumni networking and graduation event for my gold and platinum students every year, okay? Starting this year. Last year we couldn't do it because of COVID. And what I do is I get to spend an entire day in person with all of you. So if you register by November 6th for the gold or platinum program, which starts on January 10th of 2022, then if you happen to be here, if you visit or you live here in the Bay Area, what I did was I rented one of the top museums for a day-long networking event. You can bring your family, your friends, etc. So bring your family, friends, have lunch on me, and you'll love meeting many of the other gold and platinum students as we start our 3rd year of the program. Now this event is on Saturday, December 18th, and I'll email details of the event to gold and platinum students. And Christina Hong, who's on the call right now, who's the class president this year, she's great, she's amazing, she's my rock. She's helping out a lot with this. Yeah. Okay. So I want to thank you all for your time. And I hope to see you all either on December 18th in person or on January 10th, 2022 in class. So please, everybody here, unmute yourself, ask me questions, and let's start networking here on Zoom. Okay, great. So let me stop the share here, and I will go full screen. There we go. Great. Whoa, that's a lot of people. How fun is that? Oh my goodness, there's 2 slides of it here. That's great. Very cool, very cool. Excellent. So I guess what I'll do is let me go through here the notes, see if anybody had questions, and I'll take questions as you're all thinking of them. So Huey say, good day, Chris. Good to see you, Huey. Huey graduates this year from the Platinum program. He's based in Western Australia. He's a great guy, an expert in HVACs as well. GP Singh said hello. Mary Swanson's profile was hilarious. I'm glad somebody got it. I love Dumb and Dumber. I know every line from that movie, which doesn't say much about me. And I see Joey laughing there, who works with me. Okay, great. Joey's my brother. Okay. Next up, Tanya wrote here, does the new content include the content on futures and derivatives? It does, yeah. It's all going to be added. Yes, absolutely. And then Arturo said, please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. Just look up my name, which is Arturo Mauricio Gonzalez. Awesome. I love when you guys do that. James Wang is saying, Chris, excellent idea with masterminds. Do you have a private Facebook group for MBA students to keep in touch? We don't have that. What we've done is we actually have Slack. We have Slack, yeah. But if that's something you want, ask me about it, and my team will put it together for you, because we do have a Facebook page. Okay, next up, I've got Aradi, who wrote, maybe we can do an email list of all of us and create groups that way. Yeah, absolutely. And if anybody is comfortable giving away their email address to other people on the call today, what I want you to do is email me my team at support@harounventures.com and say, share my email address. And I'll share it with other people as we send a wrap-up thank you email later on. Okay, great. Will wrote, I'm in, guys. Let's do it together. I'm in Slack, so let's all connect. I love it. I love it. Very cool. Very cool. All right, next up, Huey wrote, many of us are connected in LinkedIn. Let's connect there if not already connected. And I encourage you all to reach out to people. There's a couple hundred people that have listed their graduates of the program on LinkedIn. Not everybody puts it there. But reach out to them, ask them about the positives and negatives as well. Okay. Next up, Will is asking, what is the price after November 6th? Yeah, the price is going to go up by $500. Yeah. And Joe, who works with me, wrote $2,500 for platinum and $1,500 for her gold. Yeah. Plus, after November 6th, those 3 additional meetings are not available. Yeah. Okay. And Sharif wrote, a dedicated LinkedIn page with screen acceptance of MBA current previous students could be helpful. Will serve as a database for looking for connections. Yeah, we have it. I don't really talk much about it. I guess I should. We have 2,500 people that are members there. So just go there and you'll be able to search through people's names and stuff. But I should probably be more active with that page. Yeah, cool. Hey Lionel, how are you? Lionel provided the link right here as well. Lionel works with me. He's a great guy. And Huey said platinum, and we'll go live with all of you here on Zoom in 1 second. So Huey wrote here, platinum is the best thing I've done in a very long time. 100% everything to gain. Thank you very much, Huey. I appreciate that. Huey has become a thought leader in the HVAC market. He started to apply the principles of social networking, and he's got hundreds of people to join his live events and customers too, and all that great stuff. Yeah. Kemi here, who's from Ottawa, she lives in Ottawa, wrote, the platinum degree changed my life. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And Kemi, that money I promised to give you is coming soon, okay, for that comment. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Awful joke. Terrible. Okay, great. And we're grateful to have you. David said, thanks for the information. You're most welcome. Yakum wrote to Kemi, I'm also from Nigeria. Awesome. You guys are networking. This is the way it's supposed to be. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay, Ali, how are you? Ali from Zambia is saying hello. Good to see you, dude. Okay, cool. Next up, I got Muzi is saying, hi, everyone. It's Muzi Awando Dube from Zimbabwe, but currently in Zimbabwe. Cool. Nice. Awesome. Nice. All right. And if you guys want to talk to each other, do the @ sign to each other as well. That way you can communicate directly if you want. Yeah. And you might be able to send direct messages as well here, I think. Yeah. Okay. Great. How long are the one-on-one calls? Sam wrote. So you get 3 hours of one-on-one calls, okay, in the Platinum program, and they're 20 minutes each. Yeah. And so you can spread them out over the year if you want to. If you sign up today, you actually get 12. Yeah. So you get the 3 additional ones. And Punita wrote, thank you for everything, Chris. You're most welcome. Christina is saying hi. Christina, I hope Isabel's feeling better. Okay. Albert. Okay, question for Albert. Give me 1 second. Ooh. Punita wrote, I have one question regarding your silver program. Yeah, absolutely. When I upgrade, do I still continue the silver on demand that I'm already started? Yeah. You get to keep it, yes, and you also get access to platinum. Yeah, or gold or whatever it is you buy. Absolutely. And then DY wrote, hello, everyone. I'm David Yerman from on LinkedIn. My company is Black Anchor Capital. Great to see you. And David's on every single my weekly webcasts. And my wife bought fake David Yerman jewelry years ago. I remember that. Yeah. I don't know if you own that company, David Yerman, but great jewelry company. Okay, great. All right, let me get down almost on here, and then we'll go with the Zoom networking thing here. I've got Gordon, and if I missed your question, just post it again or ask me. So Gordon wrote, Chris, current website cost shows $1,500 for gold. Your sessions say savings is $499. So how much more is gold if I'm already silver? Yeah. So basically the way it works is you get $500 off. So go to that website I showed you earlier today. Okay. If you want Joey, who works with me, Joey, please just enter in the link so they can get access to the discount. Thanks, man. Okay, he'll enter it here. Okay, great. And I've got Demian. How are you? Demian is in the silver program. Great guy. He and his wife and daughter live in Barcelona. He's in silver. Great guy. He wrote, Chris, thanks for the presentation and the amazing offer to upgrade. You're most welcome. Good to see you. Okay, and Punita said, I'm struggling financially and need your help. I understand. And if you want, you can send an email with more details to support@harounventures.com. Thank you. Yeah. Now, GP wrote a question. Students who have already paid for silver, do they pay for the difference amount to upgrade? Yeah, that's why there's a $499 discount as well. And you can just click on the link that Joey, who works with me, is going to put here, if he hasn't already done so, in messages here. Yeah. Great. And Punita wrote, I'd like to transfer from silver to gold. I'd love to have you. Love to have you. Thanks. You guys got nothing. You got nothing to lose too. There's 30-day money back guarantee after we start. So if you buy today, you've got up until February 10th to get 100% of your money back. Nobody does that. Okay. David said, I'm David from Boston, Massachusetts. Hello, Chris and everyone else. I'm so sorry about the Red Sox. I wanted you guys to win and not Houston. Yeah. Next up, Will wrote, wow, we can't fail with that, Chris. Yeah. Yeah, I promise you, I will do anything for my students. And I treat my students like customers. Teachers don't do that. We're all in this together. And if you fail, I fail. And I'm not going to fail you. Yeah. All right, and Shihan wrote, hey, Chris, I missed the presentation as I joined the call late. Will the recording be shared? You know what I've done, actually, is I'm recording it as well with my camera, as well as Camtasia. I should have said that first. Everyone, I'm recording this call, not using, I'll hit record here as well, actually, right now. Just so you guys know. Yeah. Yeah, but I'll get my team to work on creating some kind of a replay because I'm recording it. It'll be nicely edited too. So absolutely, yeah. All right. And then next up, Keith said, hey, Chris, everybody, loving your course. Thank you. You're the one. I'm a Vancouverite living in Barcelona. Awesome. My mom was born in Vancouver, actually. Yeah. And then D-Ry wrote, Chris, I love all your sessions. Thank you. God bless you. Cool. Okay. And then Punita wrote, I'd like to transfer from silver to gold. Awesome. So you can just click on the button on that web page there to purchase if you want, or take your time to think about it. Yeah. All right. And Christina wrote, who's in my platinum program now. She's great. And her husband's in it as well, Christian. And they both live here in the San Francisco Bay Area. And Christian actually works at Sony PlayStation. He used to work at Electronic Arts. So he gets all the great video games early. So Christina wrote, good morning, Chris, and our amazing MBA family. Great to meet here. So many new classmates here. Cheers, Chris. I'm at the 1 p.m. water line and only 300 steps. How about you? Yeah. And we do this. We compete. I love it. I'm at only 9 a.m. I'm behind schedule. I try to drink a whole thing of this there's vodka in this because I'm very nervous now. I try to drink a whole thing of this every day. Yeah. All right. And steps, you're kicking my butt. But I got my treadmill here. I'll catch up to you later. Thank you. And so Christina wrote, if anybody has questions about the Platinum MBA program, please feel free to reach out to me, Christina Hong, MBA candidate class of 2021 on LinkedIn, or you can reach out to me at hong.christina@gmail.com. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you. Next up, Juan wrote, hey, Chris, greetings, Juan Carlos from Ecuador. So far, I completed 2%. I'm silver, but still working my way. First, thank you a lot. You are my mentor. Thank you. I appreciate that. Just wondering from which countries you have students, and would be possible that you can make the videos available offline, since I'll be working in the Galapagos Islands. Oh, dude, that is awesome. Very cool, man. Nice. I have all those really cool dinosaur looking animals there. Very cool. You wrote, I'll be working on the Galapagos Islands, and there I'll have my time to meet, no time to internet. Thanks again. You're an awesome teacher. Respect. Yeah. So thank you so much. We don't have plans at this point to do it, but there's an app you can use on the iPhone that might give you some of those capabilities, but not at this point. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Next up, Luigi wrote, hey, Chris, and everyone, nice to meet all of you. Will there be a separate LinkedIn group for MBA Silver students besides the alumni for Gold and Platinum? Thanks. I don't know if it's available. I know that Jason Blythe, B-L-Y-T-H-E, Jason Blythe, he heads up the alumni community on LinkedIn for Platinum and Gold. Yeah. If you want, you can start one for Silver if you want as well. All right, next up, Kemi, who's in my program this year, the Platinum program, wrote, I'm happy to connect anyone on LinkedIn and answer any questions you may have. Thank you, Kemi. I appreciate that. All right, cool. And then Kemi wrote, Chris is vested in wanting to see people succeed. It's true. I am. Okay. And then Gohar wrote, will there be any gift for attending the meeting? Joey, who works with me, if you want, you can respond to that. I don't know if we have that available. Thanks. He'll respond via text here. Sam wrote here, we're almost done with these, then we'll go to Zoom in a second. Sam wrote here, can you go over the hours and days for weekly classes and weekly Q&A? Yeah, absolutely. So what we do is there are two different time zones. And so the time zone 1 is every Monday and Tuesday, starting at 9 a.m. Okay, that's Pacific time, San Francisco time. And time zone 2 is every Monday and Tuesday, starting at 4 p.m., also Pacific time. Also, on Thursdays, we have MBA office hours for gold and platinum students only, which is from 11:20 a.m. to 1:20 p.m., my time as well. In terms of one-on-one meetings with platinum students, I do it every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday as well for 3 or 4 hours each one of those days. Yeah. Okay, cool. And there's Q&A after every single topic too in every class. Yeah. All right. Next up, PC wrote, hi, Chris, this is Albert. Hey, Albert, how are you? My son Dylan's middle name is Albert, like Albert Einstein or Albert Pujol. Very cool name. So Albert said, question is there a transcript of all the video classes that you teach? That would be very, very helpful. Yeah. So a couple of things you can do. Number one, in whatever version of the curriculum you signed up for, you can actually look at all the titles of all lectures there. An easier way to do it, though, if you want to search on certain topics, is go to the very top where you watch the lessons, or go to the top of my website, harounventures.com. And you can do a search in a tool called Power Search, and you'll be able to find out immediately and click to get access to where I teach those topics in the program. Yeah. I'm going to find a better way, though, to index everything. Yeah. And by the way, I paid a lot of money actually to get closed captions added to every single lesson. And even in each individual lesson, y'all know you can do a search on any keyword and it'll take you immediately there. You know, in terms of expenses, I spent over $1 million on this MBA degree program. I hope you all enjoy it. Yeah. And it's future proof. So eventually I'm going to take all the videos that are 1080 and we're going to make them all 4K because I recorded everything in 4K. Yeah. All right. Next up, David wrote, hey, Chris, I'm David Hidayat from Indonesia. David, how are you? I hope you're doing well. It's 1:44 a.m. here. Thank you for joining us at that time. And I'm so excited with this live class. Glad to know all of you are here. I hope I can upgrade the on-demand class into gold and platinum. So far, I found the silver class is really so helpful with my Horizon. Thank you. I'm now on 41% of the MBA program. Looking forward to finish it. Thank you, Chris. You're awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that, especially at that time. That's amazing. Yeah. And I do have a number of students from Indonesia as well. Yeah. Okay. DY wrote, sad about the Red Sox, Chris, but a little suspicious of Alex Cora. He was on the Houston Astros when they cheated. Then he brought that stigma to the Red Sox. No trust. Yeah. And for those of you not familiar with what's happening, in the World Series, it's Houston against Atlanta. In the United States, they call it the World Series, even though it's all American teams except one in Canada. And Houston cheated a couple of years ago to win the World Series. Next up, I got Dion. Dion, how are you? Dion is one of my amazing MBA Platinum students. Go check out Dion's profile if you want to on LinkedIn. It's textbook for how to make a great LinkedIn profile. She lived in Beijing and she worked with the Olympic team there. And her team got a gold actually, and she just came back to the United States. She's also worked on Broadway in an artistic and business perspective on Cats, Les Miserables. Was that the name of that one? And a bunch of others. Yeah. So Dion said, I agree. Chris has passion to help you succeed. Thank you. It's wonderful to have a teacher who is so supportive and who wants to teach his students what he knows. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate that. You inspire me. And I hope your mom's doing well there in Florida. Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you, Lionel, for that link. And so Kemi wrote, what is different about this class is that you have a teacher who has walked the path and would illuminate your path as you embark on any journey you want. You're a prolific writer. I love it. Thank you. You wrote, it is always good to have someone who is solely invested in wanting to see you succeed. Thank you. I appreciate that. I want all my students to be incredibly successful. If they fail, I fail, and I won't fail you. I promise. Next up, Amani wrote, hello, everyone. Amani here from Johannesburg, South Africa. And I have a number of students this year, actually, in the Platinum program that are from South Africa, a husband and wife team named Kim and Andrew Cooper, and they're great. They're family. They recently moved to the West Coast in Canada. And then you wrote, I'm only 3% through the MBA Silver program, and I'm just blown away by what I've seen and experienced thus far. Thank you. And then you wrote, my wife is doing an MBA with McGill University. That's where I did undergrad. That's where I learned how to, I don't drink anymore, but I don't drink any less. Sorry, awful. My wife is doing an MBA from McGill University, and she agrees I'm getting far better value here in my program. Thank you. Looking forward to learning a lot more. God bless you. Thank you. It's music to my ears. My son, Andrew, might go to McGill next year as well. I'm scared, though, because the drinking age is 18 there. And I don't want him to be anything like I am. Pranita wrote, you're an excellent mentor, and I'm enjoying the program. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And then Kemi wrote, in this class of 2021, I've been fortunate to meet with amazing people and great hearts who will go on to be long-standing friends. Thank you. Thank you. And Will wrote, hey, Chris, will the sessions be recorded just in case you miss a session? Yeah, they will. Yes. And the Q&A after each topic, it gets indexed and added within 24 hours, the Q&A portion even to the MBA program. My staff takes care of that. Yeah. Same thing with the weekly webcast. Yeah. Now the Zoom calls, this Zoom call is being recorded, as y'all know, but the one-on-one meetings are never recorded. It's obviously confidential. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. And then Mohammed is saying, I'm Mohammed Yasser. I've done 10% of silver. I plan to join gold. You are my mentor. You're awesome. Thank you very much, Mo. I appreciate that. God bless you, brother. Okay. Okay. And then next up, Todd, who goes by T-Phone. Todd's one of my platinum students this year. And he actually was the guy that created CNBC's studio in the 90s. And he's also the guy that, if you guys ever watch sports events, and you see tail to tape where you see a ball or something with that tells you how fast it's going. That was Todd that designed that. Yeah. So Todd wrote here, and he's based in Connecticut. Don't underestimate the value of one-on-ones. Chris tailors that discussion to any topic that would most benefit you. When he says he walks through walls for students, it's not a tagline. He delivers. Thank you. Thank you. And Todd's created an amazing consulting company as well. Yeah. And he got a job offer from, well, I won't say it, but if you let me, I will. Okay. Kemi said, also, you have a global network at the tip of your fingers and a wealth of updated knowledge at your disposal. Thank you. Thank you. And Fred, who's one of my other students, Fred wrote here, I'm Fred Murata from Zimbabwe. I'm having a challenge. There's no sound on my mobile phone, and I'm not hearing what Chris is saying, but I'm enjoying the session. Yeah, I hope everybody hears me. And what we'll do is send an email to support@harounventures.com, and I will personally edit and send you a replay of this. Okay. Now I have to do it. Okay. Sushant wrote, hey, Chris, this is Sushant from India. I'm a silver student, and I want to upgrade for platinum, but at this moment, the cost is not supporting me. Is there any way for a one-on-one for silver students as well? It would be so helpful for getting to interact with you live. I'm so sorry. I'd love to. I just don't have the bandwidth. We only have a certain number of platinum spots every year, and it's, yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. And now let's go actually to Zoom. So I have never seen this many people on one Zoom. This is unbelievable. And I wish there was a way I could throw everybody on one screen, but tell you what, whoever wants to ask a question, I guess raise your hand if that works. Can you guys, Christina, can you raise your hand? Does it work? Show me. No. Oh, not that way. I meant inside of here, because I can't see everybody here. I guess just start talking. How's that? Oh, there we go. All right, T-Phone raised his hand. Fabio raised his hand. Okay, but there's a special button you can push to raise your hand. Like if you see Christina's screen, Christina Hung, she's got up in the corner her hand raised. So if you want, raise your hand, and I'll come and get you. And if you don't know how to raise your hand here, just start talking, and I'll answer your question. All right. So I see Christina has her hand raised. So Christina, go ahead, please.
So to raise your hand, if you go to the lower part of the screen, there's a reaction with a smiley face. If you click on that, on the bottom, you'll see raise hand, of course, and all the other emojis. And you can also lower your hand.
Awesome. I just raised mine. Very cool. That's neat. Thank you for that. Excellent. All right, great. So if anybody has a question, Fabio, you're up first, please.
Thank you. Chris, do you hear me?
I do perfectly. Thank you.
I'm very honored to meet you in real time. So I'm thank you for everything. I'm thankful. I'm the I'm persona non grata typically on the chat.
Oh, I remember you on weekly YouTube Live. Okay, great.
Yes. So you asked before what you could do to improve. I had a couple of proposals, but you named a few, for instance, the guest teachers. So your guest leaders, your guest manager or executive that you are in the Bay Area. So you replied my question already. You proposed a couple of new topics for next year. But there is still one that is missing, in my opinion, and I've cited it in the questions per email in the review you sent me, and it is an artificial intelligence for business or machine learning for business.
Yeah, I'll write that down right now. Thank you. Yeah. I will do that. So I've invested in a lot of AI companies in the past. So when I worked in venture capital, we invested in my fund in Palantir, which Peter Thiel first invested in. So I've done a lot of work in that area. I'm also going to be adding a lot more technology-oriented stuff to the program, as I used to be a programmer. And creating these Excel spreadsheets is fun, but I want to do something higher level. So yes, I will be adding artificial intelligence-based algorithmic investing modules. I'm also going to be covering statistics in a lot of detail in the options content that's coming out very soon in November of this year. I'll make more AI courses as well. Thank you. Absolutely.
The other thing was, my other proposal was the showcase of your success story, but you also cited this with Pete and the other one. And the other thing I would propose for better networking is a kind of whiteboard or a common area to share job offers from employers that appreciate your MBA, that knows that there are valuable students and can fish potential candidates for their high-level positions from your students.
Right. Sure. I'll write that down. Okay.
Or an area for us for peers project. So I tried Slack, but I didn't have a good experience with Slack. I find it a small dispersive, but a board where we can concentrate proposal for cooperation or project or something like this. Okay, I finished. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very
success.
Much.
Success.
Thank you. We will add job board and AI courses. Thank you. Appreciate the feedback. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Who else has got their hand up next? Looking, I see a lot of people. Don't see any hands. So if anybody has a question, just start talking. That's easier that way. Yeah. All right. There we go.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, who is this?
It's Kemi.
Oh, Kemi, how are you? I'm looking for it. I don't see you here. Okay. All right, cool.
Oh no, it's actually because I have. Can you see me now?
Oh, there we go. Kemi's up here. How are you? Nice.
I'm fine. How are you?
Good to see you. Thank you for the nice comments too. I appreciate that.
No, it was endorsed by you.
Thank you.
By you. I'm just kidding. But everyone, I just wanted to, first of all, thank you for joining this session. And I also want to say a big thank you to Chris. He has played a pivotal role in my life, especially through all the classes. And I think the one thing I must allude to is that everyone on this planet has intrinsic value in them. And sometimes it takes you networking or meeting the right people to draw out the value in you. And that's what Chris has done. As we journey through life and we try and find our purpose, we do different things, right? But then there's always that person who would know that there's just something you're good at. And what Chris has been able to do, and I'm speaking from my own point of view, is that his tools and his methodology has changed the way that I think. It's created a lot of opportunities for me. And even his methodologies has helped me increase, my performance. So even from personal growth, how to manage your time, how to, like that time management thing, oh my God, like Chris just kind of nailed it, being able to protect your time and having me time and also having time for you to do the things you want to do, up to personal finance, You know, it's a wealth of knowledge. Like you just have it just right at the tip of your fingers. But the other thing is the one-on-one session. Like in your life, you need a mentor, no matter how bad. And that's my kid just knocking some stuff out there, but that's her agreeing with me. In your life, you need a mentor. You need a mentor because you are going to be a role model at some point in life, and you need to ensure that you are going to be the right role model to people who are looking up to you. But for you to do that, you have to be a better version of yourself, and that's by getting a mentor. And that's what Chris has been to me. So without taking too much space, I just want to say, you will trust me. It's something that will change your life when you sign up for the gold and platinum version. So yeah, over to you, Chris.
Thank you. God bless you for that. I appreciate it. And lots of love and hugs to Ari there as well. Great. Yeah. Thank you. Awesome. Cool. Nice. Appreciate that. All right. Next up, we got GP Singh. So GP, go right ahead, please. Oh, looks like you're on mute, GP. Sorry. There you go. That's all right. Happens to me all the time.
Hello, everyone. So I really appreciate this platform and really great feedback. So I mean, the value and positive energy you bring, Chris, to the table is really off the charts.
Thank you.
I'm pretty much familiar with finance modules already. The reason why I joined the Silver program was much more to do with personal growth and how to achieve more in life by bringing the best out of myself. And I think, the modules, when I go through them, it is really making a positive change in my life and the way I had been thinking earlier. And now when I apply these concepts to everything I do, it does make a difference, and it brings more positivity in myself and the people I deal with. So I really wanted to take a moment and appreciate you for all of the hard work that you have put in, and the things that you bring to the table, and you take so much care to genuinely think about the students. It's really rare to see that in somebody. So I really wanted to thank you and everybody in the community.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, GP. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Next up, I've got Ruby. That's the name of an important member of my family as well. Ruby, how are you?
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm great. Good to see you. Where are you based?
Los Angeles. I just started your program in September. So actually, a friend of mine who's actually on the call here introduced me to you. So
excellent.
My question is I don't know if it's part of your program. Is there like a database of students? Because we're trying to create a mastermind, so we know who would be good to reach out to be part of a mastermind group. Or if we want to talk more about their specialty topics that we're doing, how do we find them? Is there a keyword find for those kind of things, or request board for help?
So a great question. Thank you. You can go to Slack. So I added Slack access recently. I think a couple hundred people are using it now in the Silver program, I think, last I checked. So I think it's at the end of the first section there in the Silver version. You can connect on Slack there and easily find lots of like-minded people that would love to connect with you. I find that gold and platinum students are a little bit more active using Slack just because they're all taking it together. But if you stay in Silver only, which is cool, just go directly to Slack. Yeah. And if that doesn't work for you, or if you're having problems getting access to Slack, if it's not intuitive there on how to access it, send an email to support@harounventures.com and we'll take care of that. And thank you.
No, I'm familiar with Slack. Thank you. It's just I have 2 other Slack groups, so it gets a little complicated.
Yeah.
But is there a quick search finder in anything that you have, just to find people's names? So if you want to look up them?
I would say, if you want, you can go to LinkedIn and just do an advanced search. And find people that have Haroun MBA on their LinkedIn profile. There's a lot of that. Yeah.
Great. Thank you for your suggestion.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Cool. Next up, I see Christina has got her hand up. Christina, go ahead, please.
everybody. This is Christina Hong. How are you? Great to see you, Chris.
Good to see you too. I'm trying to compete with you in water. You're kicking my butt today, but
Cheers.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Mm.
Good. Okay. So, hi, everybody. It's so great to meet so many of you. Thank you, Chris, for this webinar and for inviting us all to be here. Just a little perspective from me. I went to traditional school. I grew up in New York City. I went to NYU undergrad. I was pre-med. I was going to go to med school. And then I got a job in business to help start the largest practice management health company in New York City. And I didn't become a doctor. I ended up going into the technology route. I was a CIO, COO by the time I was 27 years old. And I actually went to Columbia for their executive IT management program, which is like an executive MBA, but it focused for people who are into technology and using technology to leverage business. And I was part of the pilot program there. But this was 2001. And, I had a really amazing career. And in 2008, I decided to shift and pivot, and I left everything I knew of 31 years of my life in New York, and I moved to the West Coast. And I pursued a lot of philanthropic work, and then I had a family. And then last year, I call it the COVID bonus, I was online and I found Chris Haroun, and I started attending his webcasts every Thursday from 8 a.m. to about 11 a.m. And I thought, what an amazing person who will spend so much time every single week, mentoring people, answering people's questions about every topic under the sun. I'm like, who is this person? So I did my due diligence and I researched, and I was actually considering a traditional MBA because I was home anyway. My daughter was on distance learning. And, I joined Chris's open house webinar, and it was just amazing. The people, my biggest gain is I signed up in December 14th, and I say all the time to everyone in my life, it's been the best decision I've made in the past few years is joining, Professor Chris's MBA program. The community is just the most amazing thing for me, because at first I joined because I'm like, okay, let me touch up. Let's see what has changed in 20 years since I've been to traditional school, right, at Columbia in New York. I'm like, okay, good. I'll brush up on what's new in finance and accounting, the economics, management and strategies, entrepreneurship, sales, marketing, and communication, and personal growth. And I was like, okay, these are the 5 pillars. I'm going to really tackle it. And, I thought this was perfect. And, the 3 things I got the most out of, one was the family, this global, what I say it every class. I don't think I've probably only missed 3 classes so far this whole year. I do both time zone 1 and time zone 2, and I join basically almost all the office hours. And I get how amazing, and I always say it, right? Amazing global MBA family. It really is about the network and the people you meet that brings so much value that it's actually priceless. We do a weekly Zoom happy hour every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. where we have a group of us come together and we just share ideas. We talk about personal, professional, about things that we're going through. We support each other. We do pitch-a-thons with each other. We have a business idea or something going on, or we want to throw it. We share with each other and we support each other. We brainstorm together. And the second thing is, I never thought that I would have an MBA program where we'll develop so much about our own self. The personal growth is one of my favorite parts. He talks a lot about Tony Robbins and a lot of the key mindset distinctions. And that's how, so many of us in our program really kind of set forth on biohacking. That's one of the best things we do, with, our steps every day, with the water challenge that Chris and a lot of our classmates do together that holds us accountable, having routines, creating good habits in life, if you have a happy self, if you're healthy, if you feel good, you do better, you think better, you operate better, and you're better to your family, to your peers, to your workplace, and for creativity and to think outside the box. and then having that entrepreneur spirit where you have so many of us collectively, we all come from different walks of life around the world. And we really, really support each other. And, we try to network with each other, strategize. Jason Blythe, our alumni head, we have a monthly Zoom alumni monthly meetings that we come together, and that is amazing because it's like not just our class of 2021, but last year's class as well, that we can come together and support each other as well. We actually, I'm a big proponent of our Slack channel because we break down the channels for different distinctions. We have our book club where we have a book of the month where we share and then we talk distinctions about. We have our yearbook committees that we work together on creating a yearbook for the class. We have different things on like LinkedIn. We share resources, on personal growth, our 10-year goals, and we break down all the different levels and then, utilize it. And then we do a lot of one-on-ones. I really enjoyed so many of the one-on-one Zooms I've done with my classmates to support each other, to share with each other. And really, to me, that's the most amazing. And Chris, thank you so much. You've meant so much to our family.
Thank you for being part of the program. I appreciate it. I appreciate everything you do as well. Thank you. And
I just love, everything we've done together. And I look forward to meeting all of you guys, December 18th, 2021, we're the Golden Platinum, we're going to have our graduation and annual alumni reunion networking events. It's been a privilege that I've been able to be a part of helping, Chris to plan it. I love planning things and I love coordinating and I love, really getting, together with everyone. That's my personality. I love bringing people together and working together and collaborating. And this has been the perfect kind of medium. Having an online experience where now I get to not just interact with 20 people was in my Columbia program because it was so, it was a pilot program. This has just made it exponentially just so rewarding that I get to meet people, over 100 some countries, and it's just invaluable, and it's been the best thing that's happened, with everything that's been going on. And if we can be there for each other, you guys can reach out to me anytime or to any of the alumni or any of the current students of this year. We're all in it together. We're all here to help each other succeed. It's not competition. It really is a collaborative effort there. There's room for skin in the game for everyone. And why not help each other, right? To make things great. So thank you, Chris, for listening, for everyone. And I hope I'll get to meet all of you at graduation. So join Gold and Platinum. And I totally agree with what Dion and Kemi says, the one-on-one sessions, and I haven't had too many where I get to talk about my own idea because we're always thinking about things to improve the MBA program. Yeah. But I must say, just being able to listen to Chris, his golden nuggets of wisdom is priceless.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Christine. We're so blessed to have you as part of the family as well. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Cool. All right. Next up, I got Shihan, who's got his hand up. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Chris and everyone. Great to be on this call. And really, I'd really like to appreciate all your efforts since the time I've actually subscribed to a course on Udemy. That's where it all started. Just to give an introduction, I'm from Sri Lanka, based in Dubai since 2010. Nice. Interesting times with the World Expo 2020 going on as well. So I work as a CFO for a group of companies. I had actually completed 2 other MBAs prior to subscribing to this MBA course from Haroun Ventures. And honestly, I've just completed only about 14% or so. And the amount of knowledge, practical skills that I've gained during this period has been amazing. No words to mention. I'm actually also in the process of doing a DBA, a doctorate, completed probably about 1/3. So that's the reason I've been a bit slow on the MBA, but the wealth of knowledge that you gain from your MBA honestly is amazing. I'd like to really complete it soon. And I just wanted to say thank you, a big thank you to you and your team.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
For all the questions that you answer on all your sessions and all the guidance that you give. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you. God bless you. And we have a great alumni community in Dubai as well. if you want, you can send an email to support@harounventures.com. I'll introduce you to some folks there.
That will be great. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Cool. All right. So next up, we have got here, Ruby has her hand up. I'm not sure if that's from before or if you still have a question. If so, go ahead, please.
No, I didn't realize it was still up.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, all good. All good. Thanks. Okay, cool. So if anybody has a question, please raise your hand. I see there's another hand raised here. I've got, let's see here. It's Huey. Oh, good. Huey, go ahead, please. Huey's from Australia, Western Australia, right? Huey there, buddy?
Yeah, so good, Chris, and
Oh, there we
everybody.
go. How are you, man? Good, great to see you, brother.
Good. Yeah, I'm in the platinum for 2021, and what I find most difficult is keeping awake at 3 a.m. to attend classes. Now, what it is that I'm an engineer by profession. Basically, it's a hardcore engineer. So in a sense that my finance and everything else, it's very superficial knowledge. And by attending this MBA course, and especially on the one-to-one that I have with Chris, it has changed my perspective in terms of, hey, I should be restructuring my investment, restructuring the way that capitalize on, tax incentive, blah, 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 blah. So what I've done is that the knowledge that I've get, even though it is mostly in US scenario, you say for a start, the 401k in the US, we have an equivalent of superannuation in Australia.
Yeah.
Superannuation. Yeah. Say, not only that, I learned something that is from the US, but I can find the equivalent in Australia. And now I have restructured my superannuation to take advantage of the tax benefits. Okay, and not only that, not only I have restructured for myself, I have also restructured for my wife and my children, so that at least they are at the beginning of their career, so that at least when they retire, they'll have a handsome superannuation in their nest. So in all, it's the one-to-one that I appreciate the most in terms of being able to pick Chris, the knowledge that you have. And to sum it up, I second everything that Kemi and Christina has said. Okay, thanks, Chris.
Thank you
very much.
God bless you, Huey. Stay safe there. You guys aren't in quarantine anymore, are you? Just the East Coast, right? Or is it out of quarantine?
The East Coast is coming out of quarantine.
Okay.
But because we have not had any COVID, and we will be locked down until maybe 2023 in Western Australia, whereas the rest of the country will be free.
Right.
Because, so in a way that we enjoy not having COVID, but on the other hand, when everybody's free, we are still not free. So I'm still in a per se jail.
Yeah. All right. Well, stay safe and God bless you. And always great to see you, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, cool. If anybody else has a question, just go ahead, please. Just ask. I don't have to ask you to raise your hand. And as I wait, what I'll do is I'll read through if there's any questions here over the chat. Okay, Radi said that this is wonderful. Thank you. Appreciate it. Cyrus, good to see you. I'm glad to see you. You like the personal growth part and entrepreneurship part of the program. Venture Capital Bootcamp is my favorite part in the third semester. Yeah. Okay, and if anybody has questions, please go ahead right now. And if you haven't already signed up for next year, I'd love to have you as part of the program. You got nothing to lose, everything to gain, because you get your money back all the way up until February 10th. And spots will go quickly for Platinum. We're not going to do as much marketing this year. It's going to fill up fast. Yeah, thank you. Cool. All right. Let me see here. Yeah. And so Joe wrote here, who works with me. He's great. Joe's in Las Vegas. Joe, are you in a Las Vegas hotel room? Is that behind you there?
Yeah, I'm in a hotel in Las Vegas.
Okay. Joe works with me. He doesn't drink, so I know you're not hungover. No. But I hope you're having fun there, brother. And say hi to the other Joe as well, who's with you. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, and I've got that business card thing you sent me. We could talk about this later. Yeah, thanks.
You're awesome, Chris.
All right, thanks, brother. All right, cool. So Joe wrote, this is meant for everyone to connect with each other. If you want to introduce yourself and tell people about yourself and your career or goals, feel free to have a turn and speak. Yeah, everybody, if you guys want, please go ahead. If you have a question, let me know as well. I see Fabio's got his hand up. Go ahead, Fabio, please.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
So I have 2 things to say. About networking, for instance, I present myself. I'm an electronic engineer based in Italy and Germany. If anybody needs some help or support for starting up businesses in Europe, can contact me. I would be happy to help. And I would like to write this somewhere in the networking area, but I don't see any blackboard or whiteboard to see it, and I'm not confident with Slack. So I'm a beginner with Slack.
Yeah, so Slack it's not as incredibly intuitive as you think, but if you go to where the first section of the course where I have the link to go to Slack, there's a video there you can click on to learn more about Slack, right? There's tons of them on YouTube. It's like a 2-minute video. It's all you need. But it's pretty intuitive after you spend 2 minutes watching the video. Yeah, cool.
Yes, and the second thing is I would like to take the opportunity to ask maybe your support or recommendation, because I progress very slowly in the silver program, not because I put a bit of effort, but because I find that the weekly office hours so interesting, and the content is so current, and there is such a massive amount of information, latest news, particularly when you started to make this first part with your 4 or 5 personal topics. Is such a studied matter that I probably focus too much on the weekly office hours than on the degree program. Do you have some recommendation for me to progress?
No, well, first of all, thank you for those comments. I appreciate it. In terms of the overwhelming amount of stuff in the MBA program, you don't have to take everything. Like what I recommend is, I feel like I'm a waiter, and you're my customer at the restaurant. You don't have to eat everything on the menu. Just watch what you're interested in, because it might feel even more overwhelming. So I'm about to add a ton more stuff. So just only watch what you think is most value added to you. Yeah, and this is this is your MBA in your terms. You don't have to squeeze it into 1 year. You could watch it for many, many years, or just pick and choose based on your interests or where you are in your career at that point in time. Thank you. Cool. Excellent. All right, next up we got, thank you. God bless you. Next up I got Madeline, who's looks like you're in a car. How are you, Madeline?
I'm good.
So you broke up. Are you still there? Oh no, Madeline, I can't hear you. I don't know if it's my end. Christine, say a couple of words just so I know the audio is working.
Hey, Chris, I can hear you.
Okay,
yeah, I can hear you too. I just can't hear Madeline either.
Okay, Madeline, I'm so sorry I can't hear you, and I'd love to take your question and talk to you as well. I'm so sorry. So if you want, Madeline, you can exit the Zoom, and then we'll let you back in right away, and maybe that will fix it, so I can humbly take your questions. Thank you. Cool. Thank you. All right, cool. Next up, I got Arturo with an awesome green screen behind him. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, good to see you.
I just wanted to take this opportunity to introduce myself and see if everybody needs help with what I do. I'm a communicator by nature. Cool. I have a PR degree from the University of Houston.
Cool.
And basically, I'm just looking for a job in the communications field. And but I also love making videos, which I found out through your course.
Oh, cool.
And
that's why you got the green screen there too. Eh?
Yes.
Very cool. Nice.
And every day I do a little newscast on LinkedIn called Newsbreak. And then I posted it on YouTube. And I started as trying to create a portfolio to showcase my skills to potential employers. But I think I found out that doing the news is something that I loved. And basically because I love reading newspapers is something that I picked up from my dad.
Yeah.
You know, watching him reading a newspaper every day. And basically that's what I'm doing right now. And I want everybody to know that if you need help with anything that's communications related, PR, just feel free to reach out and I'll help out with everything that you need. If you need advice, a fresh set of eyes on what you're writing, let me know and I'll be glad to help.
Spartero, thank you so much. And if you ever wanted me to be a guest on your podcast or an article you're writing, whatever it might be, you know I'm there for you always, 24/7. Thank you.
I already have that in my mind.
Very cool.
Thank
And
you.
it's funny you mentioned about your dad, because my father, he reads the New York Times every day up in Canada. And it was always been my dream for him to read it and see my name in it. And so I was interviewed recently by New York Times, and my dad was reading it, and he was like, "Oh, Habibi, Jackie, come here, look at Chris, New York Times." Yeah. It was an article about never take my MBA program because it's a scam. But at least I was in the New York Times, right? No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Yeah. No, it was about just some IPO or something. Yeah. Excellent.
Well,
Great.
I appreciate the opportunity. And if you ever have a chance to check out my videos, I appreciate some feedback on them.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. Great to see you. Great to see you. Thank you. All right, cool. Next up, I've got Fred. And always make sure to just to unmute as well. Sorry, happens to me all the time. So Fred, looks like you're on mute there. If you want to click the unmute button, I think I can even ask him. Oh, there we go. You there? Oh no, I can't hear Fred either. I hope this isn't something on my end. Yeah, I can't hear it. How about Fred? While we're trying to figure out your microphone, let's go back to Madeline, and then we'll come right back to you. Okay? Thank you. All right, Madeline, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, thank goodness. I'm so sorry, Fred. Issue probably on my end here. Sorry, but Madeline, great to see you.
You too. I have to make this really fast because I'm in carpool line and the bell is ringing. But
Sure.
I just wanted to say hi. This is Madeline from Atlanta, and I listen to you almost every Thursday.
Thank you.
And I just want to say about your program. You helped me get a new job. Second day on that new job. Helped me interview.
Excellent. Thank you. Madeline.
Thank you so much.
Madeline, I was in Atlanta a month or two ago, and I went to the Coca-Cola Museum. And in the options stuff, I'm adding to the program soon, we do a massive case study on Coca-Cola. And I've got a lot of Coca-Cola stuff as well. Yeah. And I love Atlanta. I met with Eileen Deo Gracias, one of my graduates. She has the most wonderful last name. Deo Gracias is Spanish for thank God. I love it. But I met her when I was there as well at CNN's headquarters. And next time I'm there, I'd love to meet up with you as well. We've got a great alumni community there as well. And when I was there in Atlanta, I was told, whatever you do, don't go out to dinner and order Pepsi. And so that's what this guy here, he's a pain in the neck. He's just like me. He would do that. Right. And the waiter kind of smiled a bit, was like, yeah. But anyway, kind of funny. Yeah. He's like a son to me. No, thank you. Well, I'm glad we got this opportunity to connect, and thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks. Glare there. Yeah. Cool. Excellent. All right. So Fred, how about you, man? See if it works. Oh no, Fred, it's not working, dude. Oh, that sucks. Fred, if you want, what you can do is you could type your question in the message. And then what I'll do is I'll read it. And the second you type it, I'll go immediately to that. Thank you. And while we're waiting, let's go to Andre Rayford. Andre, you're up, please.
Hey, Chris, man, you're awesome. You have changed my life. I'm about to start a new company, actually two companies. One is a tax accounting company. Just got the LLC paperwork for that. And I'm working on the business plan. So thank you so much. And also my second company is going to be a rum company, distilling craft brew, rum particular. So I just want to say your program has helped me so much. I was labeled as a learning disability, LD, and I've received my MBA, and I'm working on your MBA. So I wish I would have paid the money, would have saved all that money for the first MBA for your program. So God bless you and your works.
Thank you. Andre, God bless you much, much more. And I'm adding actually a case study to the curriculum you're going to love. It's about the Bacardi family in Cuba, and the bats, the caves and whatnot. That's how they came up with their logo when they started the company, and how they had to deal with geopolitical issues and move the company. Very, very cool though. Very cool. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate those kind words. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, cool. All right. And then let's see who is next. I've got Sharif.
Yes. Hi, Chris.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Good. Where are you based?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Just over the border. I'm like 20 minutes away from the Princeton area in Jersey.
Nice. Well, when Christine was talking, she said daughter, and the way she said it reminded me of East Coast Pennsylvania. Sorry, Christine, I got to tease you for a second there. Yeah. Sharif, pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, my wife and I were huge fans, and we couldn't understand why we loved you so much in the beginning.
Thank you.
And then we realized that, we have the Egyptian roots. So
I was going to ask. That's why I asked. I was being really careful. I was like, where are you based? My people represent. Excellent.
Exactly.
Great.
Yeah, we got the ugly blankets. I remember
that.
Oh,
you remember that? my Egyptians, that's right, for my wedding, gave me the ugliest blanket. It was very cozy. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, and I think the other thing was our dads, both of our dads, they evaded the draft in Egypt.
Oh, interesting.
So that was the other similarity. Yeah, my dad was born in 1940.
Yeah. My dad was like 41 or 42. Yeah.
Yeah, so he evaded the draft, but his ear was screwed up. But that was another thing that we had in common.
Interesting, because my dad, he paid a doctor in 1967 for that ridiculous war. He paid a doctor $20 to which is a lot of money back then, to fail his eye physical, and then he was like, "See ya, but I wouldn't want to be ya." And he left to Canada. Yeah, he tried to come to the States, but he couldn't get in, so he went to Canada. Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Very cool.
And I'm an MBA student of yours, and I really took it because I wanted to be more of a personal investor. Then I have my aspirations because I'm in the healthcare field, pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
So, I have a hope of maybe discovering a drug in the future and starting a small biopharma company.
Right.
But I guess, when in the beginning of pharmacy school, because I'm also a pharmacist, I had a planned trip to DR, but, my father got sick at the time and I couldn't go. But what I wanted to ask is, if I can somehow guarantee a spot to help you with Project Magoo, I don't have a lot of money, but I would love to dedicate time and make up for that.
Oh, God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's not about money at all, because every year what I do is I do it with a different student. So it's something I take care of from the profits from the program, that sort of thing. But thank you for sure, dude. Yeah, like Omar Sharif, the actor.
Omar, yeah, exactly.
That's great. A lot of Habibis in the house of Haroun here.
There is, yeah. Many
yeah, excellent. Well, very cool. And God bless you. Thank you so much for all the support to you and your wife as well. And I got to ask, what city in Egypt is your dad from?
Alexandria.
Oh, beautiful. Right up the coast there. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. My dad's from Sohag, which is a couple hours south of Cairo. And for anybody on the call that hasn't gone to the country where your parents are from, like me, I've never been to Egypt. I'd love to go one day. What you can do is do what I do. You go to Google Earth and you get your parents, your aunt, whatever it is, from the other country to tell you exactly where they grew up and walk you through the streets and everything. And you record it. So my dad did that. He said, "This is where I used to go to buy some bread." Rolls the R's and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it was kind of, it was cool. God bless you. Great to meet you. And thank you again for the support. I appreciate it.
Likewise. Thank you.
Thank you. Cool. All right, cool. Well, let's go to Fred. If you want to try again, we'll see, dude, to see if your the audio works. If not, let me see if you type the question for me here. Yeah, if you want, Fred, you can type the question if it doesn't work. So unfortunately, I don't hear. Okay. And then Keith wrote here, Chris, FYI, Facundo Bacardi was born a kilometer down the road from me in Sigues, Barcelona. He immigrated to Cuba and founded the company everyone knows. Good trivial pursuit fact. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Thank you. And I love Barcelona. I've been there. And so Keith, we've actually got Demian Valenzuela, who's, I see him right there. Hey, Demian, who's in the silver program. He is from Barcelona as well. So he's based there right now if you guys want to network. We also have Raquel Cespedes, who's in the platinum program right now. And she is from Barcelona as well. So you got a great network there. Yeah, beautiful city, beautiful city. Awesome. All right, cool. So next up, I have got, let's see, Dr. Dion, I see your hand is up. Okay, so there we go.
Hi.
Hey, how is Florida?
Oh, Florida's great.
Excellent.
It's warm. It's warm and sunny.
Good,
yeah.
Good. And you're obviously happy to be home. I have to ask you before we go on, okay?
Oh, don't do it to me.
I have to. Have you eaten yet at the best Greek restaurant in the world in Fort Lauderdale called the Greek Isles? Did you go?
Not yet, but we have a plan to go on Thursday.
I just muted you. I'm just kidding. Oh. No, I did not. Every time we talk, I always tell Dion, it's so good. My parents are snowbirds. They spend half the year in Florida and they go to that restaurant all the time. It's so good. It's the best. Yeah.
I will shoot you a text message when we go.
Good. Please do.
There we go.
Thank you.
I just wanted to come on here and publicly say thank you to you, Chris, for everything that you've done for me and all of the MBA students that you've had for the last 2 years and the ones in the future. I'm a little different than some of Chris's other students because I had no business background. So I knew nothing. I wasn't in technology. I wasn't in programming or finance. I work as a physical therapist and was interested in what other things could be out there that I didn't know. One of the things that I'm pretty famous in saying is you don't know what you don't know, right? So during COVID, I was just trying to expose myself as much as I could to things that I was unaware about. And I stumbled upon Chris with Udemy. So for all of the people who are looking at either program, for me, I benefited really from the platinum program because the one-on-ones are amazing. And one of the biggest things I've learned from Chris is what it actually takes to do things, as an entrepreneur, like the grit and the grind and the everyday process and the daily vlogs and all those things, to understand that a little goes a long way. And one of the famous things Chris says is that if you do 0.03% of your 10-year goal every single day, you'll get there. And that's edible, right? You get a bite-sized chunk that you can do. And that's been very helpful for me. I'm still figuring out what my next steps are, but just understanding that a little goes a long way in a long compounded way is something I've learned from Chris, and I continue to be inspired by Chris. So I just wanted to give you a little tidbit.
Thank you. And God bless you. Inspire me so much as well.
Thank you.
How's the remodel going in the kitchen? Is your mom happy?
Oh, it's finished.
Excellent. Congratulations. Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Yes. Thank you.
Awesome. Nice. And I'm so sorry about calling. When I was talking about you earlier, I talked about some of the plays you worked on. Cats, Lion King. I said Les Miserables.
I know that's the one show I haven't been on.
Oh, it is. Okay. Well, that's
I was like Hamilton, but Les Mis, no, not yet.
Yeah.
It's all right. You got some of them, and I appreciate
I got
the
some.
shout out.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you. God bless you. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Chris, Fred posted in the chat.
Oh, good. Oh, so sorry, Fred. Okay, I'll read that right now. Sorry, Fred. Okay. Thanks, Joey. All right. So Fred wrote, okay, Chris, allow me to say thank you very much for coming up with an affordable MBA for everyone. My pleasure. All I am looking for now is a mentor. Academically, I have more than 1,000 certificates. Wow. My passion is to read and gain knowledge. Awesome. Me too. Currently, I'm a trade marketing representative with more than 16 years of marketing experience. I looked at myself and I said to myself, I have to be marketable in my life. Yeah. And I'd love to thank you, Fred. I'm so sorry about the audio issues here. I would be humbled to be your mentor and to help out as much as I possibly can. Thank you so much for asking you. Thank you. And then you wrote here, Chris, thank you for the get together and to get to know each other at large. Awesome. Thank you, Fred. Appreciate it. God bless. God bless you. Awesome. And Christina's clapping, so am I. Yeah. Very cool. Thank you. Okay, cool. All right, next up, we got Demian from beautiful Barcelona. Demian, go right ahead, please.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Hello, Chris.
Great to see you.
Good to see you, everybody. And
did you buy that Fernando Valenzuela Los Angeles Dodgers sweatshirt that I told you about?
Not yet, but for sure I will do it. Not yet. I have in my mind. No worries. I remember you all the time. Just say to me. First of all, thank you to you. I think for the person who you are, because as all the things that you are made it with this MBA program is amazing. I hear most of the people here, and I think I'm gonna be very similar in a way that they feel, because I think we have to be great or be grateful for you, because you did a really good job, and with all the content and everything. For all that I hear, it's touching my heart, because I can see how many people is working and changing her life. Is the thing is happened to me? For example, now with this MBA program, I think my life is going to change in my work life. I have a problem in my current job, and now I change my point of view, and all the tools that you give in this MBA program is something that is make a really good things in my person. I think in I hear in everybody of you. I think it's very disruptive, this MBA. I was searching, and maybe all of you did the same, and sure, I think it's nothing on the market like this MBA. It's very disruptive, because you are learning things that are practical, and even you have tools not only for if you want to have some knowledge in a specific thing. It's just try to develop yourself, and that's a very good thing that I'm gonna just say to you many thanks. And it's a pleasure to meet all of you, and I hope see you again. Thank you very much, and a big hug for everybody from Barcelona.
Awesome. Hug right back at you, to you and your wife and your daughter, and God bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, cool. Okay, great. And next up, Fred wrote, thank you, Chris. Offer accepted with much delight. Awesome. Excellent. Thank you. All right, next up, let's go to Juan Carlos. Juan, you have the floor, sir. Okay. All right, we'll come back to Juan. Dave. Oh, no, Juan, I saw unmuted.
Yeah,
there we go.
sorry.
Go right ahead. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Hi, hello, amigo, ¿cómo está?
Good to see you. I'm great, thank you. Great to see you.
Well, Chris, it's an honor to be here with you, and yeah, I've been learning with you for a while. I started with Udemy, and now I'm doing the MBA Silver. So I'm very excited, and thanks a lot. Well, a little bit about me. Well, I'm from Ecuador. I am the one who's gonna work together with the dinosaurs over there.
Dude, I got Galapagos Islands. Are you an archaeologist? Like how?
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. On the Galapagos, I work in tourism.
Oh, cool.
So I will be on a cruise ship. I will be working as a cruise director.
Yeah,
so whenever you want to come to Ecuador, just let me know.
Dude, I am going to come to Ecuador. Absolutely. Galapagos Island. It's my dream. When I was a kid, I was a fanatic about dinosaur bones. And the best birthday gift I ever got was 5 years old. My dad went to the Royal Ontario Museum in Toronto, and he rented for 1 week a dinosaur bone from a brontosaurus. And so I got to keep it. Cool. It felt like this, was probably tiny back then, but I'm in love with the Galapagos Islands. Yeah. It's one of the coolest places ever. Beautiful place.
You have to come. Yeah. Well, working in tourism basically all the time. I also spent like 8 years in Germany. Now I'm back to Ecuador, and yeah, learning a lot from business, from finances, from you. That's my goal, that I improve my my education on those fields, and eventually to make my own business.
I love it.
I will bother you with many questions.
Yeah, no, thank you. God bless you. God bless you. And I'd
for
love,
YouTube.
like, for the next call we're on, if you don't mind, only if you have time, use your phone and take a quick video of some of those unbelievable dinosaur-like
will.
alligators, whatever they're called. But I'd love to see that. Yeah. Thank you.
I will send to you.
Very
Sure,
cool.
sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Juan Carlos.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Take care.
Appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you.
Ciao.
Take care. Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao. All right. Next up, we got David. David, you have the floor. How are you, David?
Hello, Chris. Hello, Chris. Thank you so much. I'm David from Indonesia. It is not usual for me to wake up in the time like this, especially on 1 a.m. here.
Yeah.
I'm really very excited. Remember how impactful your course to my life. Thank you so much, Chris.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm feeling lost and still unfamiliar with this conversation. So I am using with Transcript apps to help me follow this class. So basically, by following this class, it's more likely learning to me feel like what you've taught in the class. Your class is really very helpful for me to learn so much about business and investment, and also like others, I'm truly inspired with personal growth class. Thank you so much, Chris. I hope I can finish well.
Thank you. God bless you, David. And so, David, in Indonesia, there's a YouTube superstar named Sasha Stevenson. I don't know if you know Sasha, but she's one of the biggest YouTube personalities there. She's got like millions of followers, or over 1 million or something. And I made a course with her a couple of years ago, called the Complete YouTube Course. And so it's done really well in Indonesia. So anyway, I've never met her. She's Canadian, one of my people too. God bless you. It's a pleasure to meet you, and thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, cool. All right, next up, let's see who has a question here. So if anybody's got a question, instead of just raising your hand, just start talking. So there are fewer people on the call now, only 39 left, which is fun. And I'm going to end it only when there's no more questions. This is your time. You guys are the customers. So while you're thinking of questions, and again, no need to raise your hand, just talk. I'll go through to see if there's any more questions here in the chat.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
Hi, it's Ruby.
Ruby, hey, how are you? Good to see you.
I know I asked a question before, but I just,
Sure, yeah,
do
of course.
Introduction. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to do a quick introduction because, like, I like to connect with anybody who's interested in anything that I'm doing or wants to chat. So my family's from the Philippines, and I'm from Jersey, now in LA. I'm a TV, film, and video games producer who is now trying to make my own content. So I'm trying to raise money and learning how to do that. But I'm also interested in currency trading. I'm a day trader for currency. And I saw your latest NFT webcast. So I'm looking into that as well as the digital art. So those are my interests. So I mean, there's a little.
Yeah, no. I'm glad you told me, because we have Peyton Kalawahea, who I interviewed on that YouTube call a couple weeks ago. He would have joined us today, but he's in the Navy and he's flying back from Okinawa right now to San Diego. But if you want, you can reach out to Peyton Kalawahea, or you can go to gamereport.io and set up a call with him. He'd be more than happy to talk to you. He's great. He's also very sophisticated when it comes to investing, cryptocurrencies, and much, much more.
Yeah, that's another area, because like I've been doing currency for a while, Forex, but I want to branch off, and there's some interesting things. So
yeah.
I don't like what you said about the NFTs, but I'm looking specifically for digital art right now. So I don't know much about it. Thank you.
Yeah, but what I recommend also, so Gary Vaynerchuk. So Gary V talks a lot about, Gary, right? Do you know of him or no?
I've heard.
Okay, great. Yeah. So just do a search on Gary V. And he's actually at the forefront of explaining NFT to everybody. And so he's done a lot of work with Sotheby's, and he's also like I'm a big baseball card fan. And so he makes it easy to understand the whole concept of NFTs, which run on the Ethereum platform. Yeah. And I'm also really excited about your options classes, and options I've always wanted to do it, but I never had time. So it's like, I hope you enjoy. I have so many props. Like I never overdo anything, right, Christina? It's good. I have so many props for it. I teach you how a casino works as well. And I promise Dylan he gets this when we're done with the course. But I teach you how casinos work in the course as well, because the most successful casinos They have incredible risk management when it comes to the financial risk management of bet sizes. So they only allow bets to be very small, and they don't go for home runs, right? They try to hit singles and doubles or bunts, whatever it might be. And when you transact in options, when you're writing options or shorting them, it's the same thing I explained in the course. It's the exact same thing as how casinos think, right? It's all about math being right 51% of the time and taking small bets. So I teach it in a different way. It's the most complicated thing to teach in all of business, which is why it's taken me a while. But I'm doing it in such a way that we build on it one brick at a time, and you'll love it. It'll be fun.
I'm hoping so, because I tried it once a couple of years ago and it was hard. So I'm like,
oh, dude, yeah. And with the stuff, I give you a ton of spreadsheets, everything you need, soups and nuts. But I recommend that you practice for 6 months first, always with me. And I explain exactly how to do it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but it's very dangerous too. And so I'll show you how to set up a paper pretend portfolio for a while, which, yeah. And you can download Ameritrade's Think or Swim right now and start practicing, but I'll teach you.
I have a couple of demo accounts that I use.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
You'll love it. It's fun. And my problem with it is this, and Salvador Dali said, if you strive for perfection, you'll never reach it. And so I'm trying to make it perfect, but I'm at the point now, I'm like, it's good. And I just recorded almost all of it. And I FedExed the drives to Iowa, to Matt, who works with me, as well as to Doug, just outside Toronto. And we're starting to edit it now. It'll be out very soon. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. And I'm enjoying your course.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Cool. All right, cool. Anybody else have a question? Okay, so I don't see any. So I'll go back here to see if there's any other comments here or questions. So Bakul wrote, thank you for teaching a crypto class. My pleasure. I'm ready to build my first mining computer. Can you help with the latest info on how to do it or how to proceed? Yeah. So in the curriculum, I talk about PCPartPicker.com. And you can go there and there's pre-built computers for you. And you can either look at one of the pre-built crypto computers there, or you can make it from scratch. And what happens is you order all the parts independently, and PC Part Picker will tell you if the parts work together. So for example, if an AMD processor will work with a certain NVIDIA graphics card or a motherboard or DRAM. So I would just go to PC Part Picker. Yeah, that'll help a lot. Yeah. And if you have more specific questions, let me know, because I'm here for you. Yeah. All right. Next up, Bakul said, hey, Chris, when is the option trading course going to be available? It's coming out this November. So we're working very, very hard on it right now. I'm excited, really, really excited about it. Yeah. All right. And is it, yes, GP, it will be, absolutely. It'll be accessible to silver students as well. Yeah. Okay. And let me see if there's any more questions here. Bakul wrote, thank you for teaching crypto. Thank you. You're most welcome. And then D-Ry wrote, Chris, will statistics be involved in the options course? Absolutely. Absolutely. So there's an entire section dedicated to it. And you know what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go and open up the spreadsheet just to show you in a little bit more detail. So if anybody has other questions, please type them now or just start talking. And while you do that, I'm going to go and get that spreadsheet and open it up here. Yeah. So hold on 1 second here. Option course. All right. Excel. And I'm going to open up just the statistics portion. And while that's opening, what I'll do is I will see if there's more questions and I'll share my screen. All right. Okay. The question here is, Ruby said, can people who are in silver come to the December 18th event, or is it only for alumni? It's only for gold and platinum. So people that register gold, platinum this year, last year, next year, whatever it is, they can come. I'm so sorry. Yeah. We have certain seating limits as well. Yeah, it'll be fun though. It'll be fun. You'll love it. I hope to see you there. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to go and share Excel. Hell, here it is here. Okay, good. So I'll open up this and I'm going to show you the statistics side in here as well because you asked. Share screen. Excel. Here we go. Good. Okay, great. Excellent. All right. So this is one of the 4 spreadsheets in the course, the option stuff, right? So this one here, we deal with valuation and statistics. We also cover 35 different option strategies and an introduction to options, and so much more. But here in this part here, you asked about statistics. So what I do is I teach you from a high level perspective. Let me just hide this menu bar here. This is all modularized. Yeah. So I teach you from a high level perspective what hedging means in statistics is. So I start off high up and I discuss what hedging is. And I try to make it very visual, and then we build on it slowly. So when I used to work in the hedge fund industry, the reason they call it hedge fund is because if you have a house and you have a hedge around your house, that's supposed to protect your house, protect your capital. So I worked at a hedge fund called Citadel years ago, which has a similar type name. So if you're 100% hedged, then 100% of your house is protected. This here is beta, it's almost ready. But if you're only 50% hedged, then only half, roughly half of your house is protected. And then what we do is we build on that as well. And so I walk through a bunch of stuff with options. We price calls and puts, and then we get down to normal distribution, okay, and volatility as well. And so I explain from scratch here. This is called the Galton board. And yes, I do have a prop for it as well. I explain statistics from scratch, right? Standard deviation, 2 standard deviations, 3 standard deviations, normal distribution, but in such a way where it's enjoyable. And we use it so that we can calculate over a year, what the volatility is going to be for a certain stock. And we choose 252 days because that's how many days per year the market is open, roughly. Okay. So yeah, and I teach you from scratch to the extent that you can click on any image here and it will show you a video explanation of everything. So we go from scratch here. It's a lot of fun. So let me actually do one together here. So why doesn't somebody pick a stock? Somebody pick a stock in America and type it in the chat. And then what we'll do is we'll price an option for that stock. So Apple. Okay, so Kemi entered in Apple. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. And I've got 8 million Zoom screens here. Let me just get them off here. Okay, good. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to price an Apple option. So I select US stock here. We're going to go long the option. Okay, not short. But I do explain how to go short as well. We'll pick here Apple. Okay. And actually, yeah, we'll pick Apple here. AAPL. Okay. Then what whoa, scared. So I have my trading software open on another computer. It's 1 p.m. the market closed, which gave me a heart attack, but I'll be okay. All right. So we have historical data here for Apple, and I explain this a lot more in the course. And so what we need to do is we need to go and get historical data for Apple and put it directly into this spreadsheet here. So we can analyze historical volatility. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm clicking on it now in the background. I'm downloading historical data for Apple directly from Yahoo Finance. There's no code in this. There's no macros at all. And give me 1 second. And I feel better explaining this from the beginning in class, because there's so many steps we have to go through. But I'm going to go through this anyway and wing it. So I've got all the historical data there for Apple, which I just pasted on the right. And we use that to calculate the volatility for Apple, meaning how much the stock moves over the course of a year. Because one of the biggest inputs when it comes to options is volatility. And so what we just did there was we found out the volatility for Apple is 26.65, right? And this is just, there's a bunch of steps I need to teach you guys later, but that's just how much Apple stock has moved up and down over the past year. And when you look at options, the more volatile an option is, meaning more it moves up and down, the more expensive the option is going to become, which I explain in the curriculum in a lot more detail. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the most recent price for Apple, and we're going to price an option. You can't see, but I've got a browser open here. So 148.94 is the last trade for Apple after hours. So 148.94. There we go. Good. And we're going to price what's called a call, which means you invest a little bit of money in Apple. And if Apple goes up a lot, you make 3 or 4 times your money. If Apple goes down, you lose only that small amount. That's called a call. And that's one of 35 strategies I teach you in more detail in the program. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually go and get the strike price for Apple. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to try to share my desktop here so you guys can see Excel as well as my browser, so I can show you everything from scratch when it comes to pricing an option. Give me 1 second. Zoom is not that intuitive with it, sort of thing. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to share my screen, and this time I'm going to go and share my desktop. Here it is here. Okay, great, cool. All right, so what we need for Apple is the strike price, right? So that we can understand which call option to buy. And if you have some experience with options, this will make sense to you. If not, I explain everything from scratch. So what we're going to do is we are going to value the January 21st call option for Apple. And again, I teach you all this stuff in more detail later. I'll grab the 100 strike here, right here. Okay. And I'm going to price the option for Apple. So 100 here. Okay. And you asked about statistics. That's coming up soon. Okay. And then we'll select the expiration date. I'll make it hold on a second. I'm going to make it January here. The first, January 21st. Yeah. And again, I explained this in so much more detail too in class. So we have the volatility here for Apple, how much it's moved over the past year intraday. Okay. And so based on that, we come up with a value of the option, which is $49.21. Okay. So I valued it. There's a ton of calculations here as well. The calculations actually are based here, and don't get intimidated what I'm about to show you, on 10,302 calculations right here. And I have over 100,000 calculations in these spreadsheets as well. And so it comes up the value of the option based on where the stock is right now. So 49 bucks. And so we price the option. So, but you asked about statistics, so I'll show you that quickly. So based on the volatility for Apple that we just got, we know that Apple stock is going to go up or down 25% roughly over the course of a year, right? That's the volatility we calculated. And we use that here to figure out with a high degree of certainty where Apple stock is going to go in the next year. And so we use the volatility of Apple we calculated to calculate how much the stock is going to move within a 68% confidence interval. I'll explain that from scratch later. And within a 95% range, we're confident it's going to be between these two ranges. And we're just using statistics here. And I explain a hell of a lot more detail during the course as well. And I have a lot of props as well, telling you about inputs that go into getting an output. Yeah. But I'm going to stop right there with that because there's so much more we have to build upon. But the bottom line there is if you bought this call option, you can make an infinite amount of money, and the most you can lose is the 50 bucks you paid for that contract. But I'll explain it in a lot more detail in the course once I start teaching it. So there are many steps I got to go through, but you asked about statistics. That's just a little bit of a teaser of what's to come. All right, great. Let me see if anybody else has any questions. So Besa wrote here, how do you upgrade to gold? What are the additions? Yeah, so what you do is, let me actually go and share a browser. So you go directly to, hold on one second, guys, sorry. I'm sharing a couple different screens. Let me go directly to a browser here. One second, please, thanks. All right, I'll share here Chrome. And then what we do here is you go to Haroun MBA, harounmba.com/ do that again, harounmba.com/upgrade 2022.
Guys, I posted the link in the chat, so you can.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you can just hit the link from the chat.
Well, I didn't put an N in Haroun. Don't sign up for the program. I just had a senior. I can't spell my own name.
Here it is.
Here it is. Here. Yeah. So what you can do is you can click right here to upgrade, and it'll take you to where to buy it with this coupon, so you get $500 off. Yeah. So yeah, that's and this offer, and you get 3 additional one-on-one meetings with me. Even if you're in gold or platinum, you get 12 instead of 9. But this offer only stands the discount and the 3 additional one-on-ones if you buy between now and the 6th, right? Yeah, the 6th of November. Okay, let me go see any last questions here. If not, what we'll do is we'll wrap it up. All right, so I'm going to go through chat, and if anybody has questions, please let me know. If you're on Zoom, just start talking. No need to raise your hand. And let me see here. What is next? Okay, so
Christina.
Yeah,
Christina has something. What's that?
Oh, Christina, go ahead, please.
Hi, everybody. So I remember Fabio earlier was mentioning about Slack. So I actually just joined the Slack channel for the on-demand group. Yeah. So if anybody has questions on how you can make the Slack channel work better for everybody in the silver program on demand, just let me know. You guys can DM me, Christina Hong. And I see you guys, you have 172 people. But right now you guys only have the general MBA channel, networking intro tell your classmate, and case studies. So we definitely have a lot more in our 2020, 2021 class Slack. So if anybody, want to message me, I can work with you guys on, how to expand it so it makes it more efficient and intuitive and make it work better for everybody to network with each other and work together. Even support you guys in creating maybe even your own happy hour, for the Silver On Demand program like we do in our Gold and Platinum program for our class. So if anybody wants to collaborate on that, just message me. I'm on your Slack channel now. Just look for Christina Hong, and I'll be happy to support you guys to make it as, collaborative and, MBA family building, just like our program in our class current year.
I love it. Christina, thank you so much for doing that. And I echo Fred's clap there as well. It looks like Shihan just said, Chris, I just upgraded to gold. Congratulations. Kemi wrote congratulations as well. I'd love to have you all join us as well. Okay. And thank you, Christina. And thank you, everybody. And so I'm going to wrap it up now. For those of you that want to upgrade from silver to gold or platinum, you've got between now and November 6th to do it. And if you do it between now and the 6th, what you do is you're going to get $500 off, $499 off. And you're also going to get 3 additional one-on-one calls with me. Okay. Now this offer, the $500 off and the 3 one-on-ones, I'm not going to be doing that again. We're not going to offer any more free one-on-ones. But you have between now and the 6th of November to do this. You go directly to harounmba.com/upgrade 2022. Which Joey also posted here in the chat. And so I want to thank you all for your time. God bless you. And I hope to see you all in class. And thank you. Thank you. And I see clapping. This is all for all of you. Thank you guys. Take care. Thank you.